Hey, listener subscribers, thank you for this recent download of the brand new episode from Podcast These Get Degrees. For episode 31 here, we have a guest all the way from Colorado. Her name is Kyrsti Snyder. She is the co-owner with her husband, the owner of Primetime Day Trading, a educational service to help you guys trade, be a corporate funded brokerage firm that helps people trade on their own, and see just an amazing family that's living their life day trading. So 3 awesome reasons why you should become a day trader. Also, on top of this, there are disclaimers, guys. This is going to be a part 1 and a part 2. Both parts will talk about financial information. They will talk about income and all this stuff. So as a disclaimer, guys, legally we can't say that. All we can say is trade at your own risk, learn at your own risk, and do everything on your own risk. So this is not set in stone stuff. This is just stuff that we're talking about, more educational use only. So once again, guys, thank you for this recent download and also the future download with part 2 with her coming soon. Go visit Apple, iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, YouTube, and Amazon Music today for any future or new episodes from the podcast These Get Degrees. And then also, guys, for any future swag, go visit etsy.com/C's Get Degrees, and we can rock and roll with some new t-shirts. So rock and roll, guys. Thank you very much. Deuces, corn is out. Hey, welcome to the podcast. I'm just going to hit record, call her even, and then we'll rock and roll. We have Kyrsti Snyder. Hey, I got it this time.
Good job.
She's owner of many things. I'm just going to call her full professional side hustler. We got a trading coach, blogger, franchise, e-commerce, podcasting, and the owner of Primetime Trader.
Prime Day Trading, yes.
Prime Day Trading, and then also I heard client calls in there too. So what else you got going on your plate?
Oh man, a lot. Yes, blogging, doing podcasts like this, speaking with clients all day, showing up in accountability, trading with them, showing them the ropes, e-commerce business. I'm a mom, I'm a wife, love it.
Welcome to the podcast. I was going to say, since we were joking around and we already go right to trading, you want to get in depth on how you trade, not how trade, but the markets that you're in. Obviously,
Okay.
I do have experience on both sides because I went into day trading stocks first, converted into Forex because I thought, hey, by the way, there's not as much volume.
Right.
And you don't have 500 million fucking things to worry about.
Sure.
So tell me where you're in, or tell the listeners where you're in specialty in. I know my theories, I try to keep it simple, stupid. So I only do like a few things and that's about it. But explain people on your end, not your full system, but the bulk of it.
Sure, you got it. So we used our indicators getting in and out of the market, buying and selling currency. And it's nice because you can short the market all day long without ever having to have owned it first, which makes it more stable and secure compared to stocks. Now, for us, just like you said, keep it simple, stupid. We want it to be that way because the indicators show that. They've got 2 decades of proof for how the market works. So when we get someone into demo to test drive it and make sure that it fits them and their goals, it's us being able to go through, okay, let's follow the rules. Here's a little bit more on your win percentage. Here's how to do the right margin, the right lot size, things like that. That way you're profitable because you're going to have losses. That's okay. Just like life, you're going to have losses. It's not going to be perfect. And thank heavens, because then you get to learn. But for us, it's being able to find the right people who are coachable, consistent, who actually show up in accountability. Because if they can't show up in accountability with fake money, why in the world would we say, okay, yeah, let's fund your account. Let's have you keep a lot of the profit if you're not going to show up and be reliable.
I'm smiling on that because you said 2 things here. You said take your losses. Well, I lost a boatload of money with the Kodiak short when the government released the contract, and I think a lot of people lost a lot of money. And then secondly,
Sure.
you guys, stop losses, indicators. All right, so trading
Yep.
is I'm gonna be right to the point here. Trading is a beast.
It is. Yep.
And the more you learn about it, the more you do it, and all of a sudden you thought you have it covered, they're gonna flip the switch and go completely opposite on you. So
Yep.
it's I pretty much only do 6 of them. I do the US to oh geez, I have to go to my Forex account and figure it out. But British to Japanese, US to Japanese, US to Britain, US
6
to
majors.
yeah,
Yep.
pretty much the 6 majors is what I do.
Awesome.
And what I usually look at, or not say what I look at, is typically what happens is the pattern I'm starting to see is US to Britain. The buy-in gaps are actually the spreads are a lot different.
Yep.
So I'm one-on-one with Forex. I'm not using leverage because I'm on a small account, which is probably the worst thing to do. And the reason why I've kind of pulled out is the week or two before the election. Obviously, election threw a lot of wrench in a lot of it.
Sure.
Volume was kind of insane that week of the election. So I don't know if you notice that. You go back on the volume charts, you can look at that and say, "Holy crap, where did this come from?" And
right.
The day of the election, I had, like I said, I'm not using leverage, so I had $150 worth of buying power. I think my biggest trade was like $25. And I don't remember if it was the US to Great Britain. I don't remember which one it was at the time because I haven't looked in my history.
Sure.
And then the next day you can jump in and you think it would be shorting or whatever, and it just completely wasn't. So
right.
Usually my stop loss, so my spread is about 250 to 5 is stop losses or the sellouts. So typically what happens is I'll have a big one like that, and then every other day I'll have, it's like, oh, I thought I gained something, and then it'd be like, oh, 250 loss. For some odd reason, you just can't time it. But I jump in at about 10 o'clock in the morning. So, and then I get out about 12:30, and then I'll do something when I'm in full routine, I'll night trade after work. So I'll get here at about 11:30 my time. So about 10:30 your time.
Sure.
Set up some trades at night and then stay up till about 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning, and then buy, sell, whatever it is. So if it's a big play, I'll stay up until it's done.
Sure.
If it's not a play, I'll just kind of let it ride. If not, just drop it right away.
Yep. Cut your losses early. Let your winners ride.
Yes, that's pretty much what I'm doing of it. I just figured not step away, but I do have $160 still in that account. And the reason for this is I'm debating. One thing that's consistent is MedTrader 4, and I think I don't know if you use that.
Yes. Yep.
I don't
Which
know if
can be nice. MT4, I like that one because it's the best platform, I think, across the board. And then broker wise, you get to choose your own broker. That's up to you. I mean, I can't even say, yeah, you should do this one. Legally, I can't even tell you. For us, when we do demo and in coaching, if someone goes beyond and is qualified, we use CoinX, which is also overseas. And we do that because we know that when we're taking the risk funding people's accounts, we feel confident in it. We also can't say, yep, you got to go here, you got to go here. Obviously, they're using our education, our tools, all the backing for that, but their broker is up to them, and there's benefits different ways. Yeah, there's risk with everything, but when you know you're getting in based on truth, it's as if you have a crystal ball rather than just shooting darts in the dark. Just, oh my gosh, I hope it lands in my favor. If it does, crap. If it doesn't, crap. Yeah. I would like to know, okay, I've back tested the heck out of this thing. I know my win percentage is this, so I know exactly what to plan on. That way I'm getting in based on truth, not what looks good enough, but what looks good, period.
Yeah, and the thing I'm looking at is my goal next year is to get $400 a day.
Sure.
That's my goal. Obviously, I want to get 100. So you got to start small, guys. Okay, so start at 50, get 100, build up your consistency. I know for sure with taxes, with everything, with paying back into my company is how I'm gonna word it. So I have multiple guys with multiple businesses, and they tell me straight out, if you make $100, 50 of it goes back into account, or 50 goes back to business, 25 goes in for account for taxes, and 25 goes to you.
Sure.
Pretty much, so you just keep continuously with the ball. Make the step. Mind you, yes, it's not over. And I'm going to tell all my listeners this. It's not a quick
get rich quick scheme, guys. You have to build it up. You have to build your consistency. You have to build the confidence. And yes, can you make a lot of money fast? Absolutely. Can you lose a lot of money fast? Absolutely. You
Right.
have to get your foundation right.
And I always tell our traders is, if what you're doing works long term, you could 100% master it in a month, a year, 5 years from now, then cool, keep doing it. But if it does not hold up long term, stop that habit. Because it's not something where, okay, my first month I'm going to make $1,000. You probably won't. And if you do, it's because you've been consistent. There's no guarantee with how much you'll make, but we know with compounding, if you're making 1% on your account each day, well, with us, if we fund your account up to $100,000 if you qualify for the coaching program. We do that because we bring on the right people, right? Not someone who's just, yay, let's just get rich for no reason, but someone who is that consistent, wanting that lifestyle change, not just let's blow up the account and then just lose it, right? But 1% on $100,000, that's $1,000 a day. Now, is everyone going to get to that point? No, it's their risk tolerance. It's them getting into the market based on truth, not just hoping and wishing and assuming it'll land in their favor, which is exactly what we teach, because we want that clarity, not that risk.
And I'm gonna ask you this too, because you've been in long term, and I'm getting better at this.
Sure.
Every time I get this giddy gut feeling, ooh, this is a roller coaster ride, I lose money.
Interesting how that works, huh?
Yeah. And every time I'm like stable, I'm just like, even keel, sip a cup of coffee. I'm like, okay, this is kind of cool. And then all of a sudden you make money. It's weird.
It's, people say, oh, well, you have to have some discernment. Yes, you do. You have to have some emotion in the market. But when you're getting in based on the truth, here are the rules to follow. When you get in based on that, you set your stop loss, you go for a take profit, you have things in clarity, then it's a win, even if you don't win money every time. It's a win because you're getting in based on the truth. And after that, once you understand the indicators, as great as they are, they're patented, they're proprietary. This is not something that's just, oh, this random YouTube clip, right? Because you have that clarity as you're practicing, you're getting the trust in how the indicators work. You're also building your confidence to say, yeah, I do get this. I understand this. I've seen it. I've done it. I've been practicing. So the difference with fake money to real money, your reasoning and getting in is the same. It's the emotional band-aid of, oh my gosh, I just lost a quarter, compared to I just gained $25 that compounds. And as you're stable in why you're getting in, the snowball effect is a real thing, and you keep it simple, and that's what pays the dividends.
And you will admit it too. Like, there's days you can log in and say, I don't feel it today.
I don't feel it, so walk away. Because the pro trader knows there will always be another entry. The amateur forces the entry because he's worried about missing out in the market. That's not the case. There will always be another entry. So if you feel good about a trade, good period, great, take it. If you feel even for that slightest bit, oh, I feel like I'm forcing this, you're probably right, and you are forcing it. I always tell my traders, especially when they're starting out, even when I started, I had a post-it note on my computer that said, when it's a yes, it's a yes. When it's a no, it's a no. When it's a maybe, it's a no. There will always be another entry. Don't force it. It's eventually, say you have that corporate funding and you're doing well and you're consistent. Eventually, you do only need the couple trades a day. You don't need something where you sit and worry and worry and worry about it. Because again, if you click the button and you set your parameters and you get anxious, you know you did something wrong. You know that there was a little bit of force there, and it's probably a bunch of crap.
Yeah.
So get in based on truth. Be happy with the losses, because if you got in based on that truth, you're going to be profitable, because at that point it's about math, not your understanding of the indicators.
And the biggest thing that you keep reiterating, and my listeners need to understand this, even if you make $2 or $4 or $5, it's still a profit. Get up.
It is. Yep.
And I think this is the biggest thing I see with people on YouTube and day trading. We can go on, I'm going to throw a hissy fit here for 2 seconds. It's not you or me. I get it. I get a phone call here. It's like, well, I made $1,000. Well, I shoulda, woulda, coulda. I shoulda, woulda, coulda. I shoulda, woulda, coulda. It's like,
sure,
you made $1,000, right? Yep. Get the hell out.
Right. Be happy with that. Because if you're approaching the market of, oh my heck, it's not good enough. it wasn't enough. I need more. I need more. Well, where is that mindset stemming from? Lack, scarcity, the fear, maybe the greed. How do those emotions hold up long term? If you
Nothing.
can prove to me that I need to be greedy in the market and that's going to help me, then cool, have at it. But if even for the slightest bit, a week, a year, 10 years from now, that does not hold up, knock it off. Because you don't need it.
Yeah, yeah. And how long you been trading? Because I know everyone's I know I've been trading on and off, well, every day for this year. So I've been in it since coronavirus hit.
Sure.
So March, give or take, what is it, 7 months? But on and off, I've been kind of sticking a foot in since I've been 16, 17 years old.
If you're getting into the market based on you have $100 to do, or you have $1,000 to do, and you don't know what you're doing, don't get in. Don't feel like you have to start on this app, which by the way, probably won't work long term. Don't feel like you have to get onto this YouTube clip and purchase this guru selling something, because it has to be where it is the right tools and education to back you when you experience the losses, when you experience a new or bigger account. Because if you don't have that clarity, you're just going to lose, and you're going to end up being the guy who goes on Google, writes a bad review about how they lost money. And that's not the truth. They lost money because they were being dumb, not because it didn't work. It can work. You just have to have the right backing for it. Yep. So franchise, I own Prime Day Trading, and my job is to find the right people for the coaching program, get them into coaching so that they can actually use our indicators and be exclusive with how it works. And then really from there, it's just we're corporate funding their account. They're keeping up to 80% profit, but we're getting to take the risk, which is really exciting because I trade. Yes, of course. My husband trades. Yes, of course. And for us to be able to teach makes us better traders, and we find the right people who actually want that lifestyle change. So yes, franchise, I own Prime Day Trading, and then e-commerce, I'm actually launching today for e-com, which is super exciting. I'm going to incorporate it into trading where it's all personalized things. It's not some random thing you purchase from China, but print on demand, drop ship right to you just in time for Christmas, all the good stuff. So that's exciting. It goes right aligned with my goals around trading, with my goals around being able to help other people and have something that's specific for them. So, yep. I don't want to sit and embroider things that are ordered. I'd rather just say, oh, you want the name Kyrsti on here? Cool. Let me just have it be done where I can be the middleman instead of having my whole closet filled with orders, which is nice because then it allows me to be hands off, still helping other people get what they want.
Exactly. Yeah, you have the Zig Ziglar in your head. You want something in your life, go help as many people get what they want, and you'll get what you want.
Exactly that quote. Exactly. Yep.
Because
I'm good either way.
All right, so let's end it right now, and then I'm gonna have you back for part 2.
Okay.
The reason for this is I want to tell everyone where we can reach you at, and like I said, you are definitely maybe back for part 2 because there's so many nuggets we can nail.
So contact wise, you can find me on Facebook, just Kyrsti Snyder. I've got a Facebook page for Prime Day Trading, which will give some great relatability. My blog is under our primedaytrading.com. And then ecom launching today. You can find me there at sallysuecollections.com.
Thank you for having me. I'll give you a message or something here. We'll figure something out for part 2 here, either after Thanksgiving or, once everything kind of settles down here. So
sure.
thank you very much.
Good.
All right.
No
See ya.
problem.